How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Today, I'm going to talk about how saving too much money can harm your earning power. This video is hard for me to make because I have been guilty of pinching pennies and even making videos on YouTube about how to do it. Let's save a couple cents on trash bags. Let's save a couple cents on soap or paper towels. These are all really just penny-wise, dollar-foolish things to do. And ultimately, it wastes your time. This video is brought to you by Shortform. Shortform condenses popular books such as 7 Habits of Highly Effective People into a short, several-page summary. They have books from all different genres, including money finance, productivity, and self-improvement. I just read Getting Things Done. Do a brain dump so you're not cluttering your mind with random thoughts or trying to remember things that you're trying to remember that would draw you away from the current task at hand. The first 100 people will receive unlimited access for the first 5 days and a discounted annual subscription. If you guys are interested, check out my referral link down in the video description below, which is shortform.com/BTB. As you guys know, I started a manual labor job about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I worked about 6 shifts of 4 hours or so before I realized that this is a really slow way to earn money compared to what I could be doing. I was wasting my time based on my current level of skill set, based on my engineering degree. You know, my bar should be at least $50 an hour. So if I'm doing something for $15 an hour, I'm wasting my time. I want to add how those people that are working at those jobs have it really hard, because after just one single shift for me, all my muscles are really sore and I basically couldn't do anything else for the rest of the day. People have always made the comparison of whatever hourly wage that you currently are making. Let's say you make $50,000 an hour. A quick, easy way to calculate how much you earn per hour is divide by 2,000. $25 an hour is how much you are worth. If you make 100K, you're worth about $50 an hour. So let's say if you have to mow the lawn and it takes 1 hour of your time, and that's really costing you about $50. So if you can pay someone anything less than $50, it's probably worth it for you to pay someone to do it. I've always argued that you can only make this argument if you make an additional $50 if you work an extra hour. So you might have to be an hourly employee. If you are a salaried worker, this does not quite apply. But let's say you apply this 1 hour extra time to work instead. You suddenly become a better worker, the best employee or ever, because it doesn't really take that many hours to be a really good employee. So you can argue that if you spend this extra time at your job, you might get promoted extra quickly, and then in turn, you would earn more. This also assumes that the extra time you use is not spent watching dramas, watching TV, playing video games or whatnot. If you save this extra time by paying someone to mow the lawn, you better have an idea what you're gonna do with that 1 extra hour. You better apply it to work instead. I know all of this takes a leap of faith, because when I heard of it, I didn't really believe it. That's why I've been pinching all this time. I just can't resist, you know, getting that extra $5, $10, $20, you know, some deal, right? And it might cost you maybe an hour of your time in order to get $20 of value. Maybe you're waiting in front of a Best Buy for 3 hours and you get $60 off of a TV, so each hour is worth $20. A lot of deals are around this price range. So if you earn more than this, well, you can automatically consider it a waste of time. But you have to take a small leap of faith here that whatever extra time that you save, you actually apply it to your most lucrative endeavor. Whatever thing that you can do that surrounds your current skill set. Maybe you are a nurse, a doctor, or whatever, a lawyer, whatever skill set that you may have, you apply it towards there, getting better at it, and you have to believe that this actually makes you more in the long run. Now, I think there is a way to test this without suddenly saying, okay, I'm a penny pincher, like those people on Extreme Cheapskates. When I watch it, I see that there's a lot of things that even I won't do. Saving paper towels for one, not flushing the toilet for another. If you sit down and calculate how much they actually save, it might actually only be $1 a month, $5 a month, because I have calculated this for flushing the toilet. It costs about half a penny each time you flush. So how many flushes do you have to take in order to save a dollar, it's not worth it. So the idea here is you save a whole bunch of time instead of doing this penny pinching stuff. Maybe you spend 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day penny pinching, you're doing couponing, whatever it is. There's a lot of ways to save small amounts of money. Let's say you apply all this towards your most lucrative endeavor.
Concentrate all your fire on the nearest starship.
Focus your power on 1 or 2 of those really good things, and you will most likely see those things grow and earn more money than whatever penny pinching things that you're saving on. I grew up in a relatively low income family, so this penny pinching mentality is sort of ingrained within me. That's why it's so hard for me to just kind of step away from this and get to the next level. And this is something you have to do. The best way to try to learn to do this is list out all your penny pinching ways and list out how much does each one of them earn you per hour. And if you sort them from the lowest earning to the most earning, you're gonna start to realize that some things only save you maybe $1 an hour of your time. Let me give an example from extreme cheapskates of people who unplug their appliances. Certain appliances like the microwave consume about 1 watt of power, even when you're not microwaving anything. But if you multiply this by 24 hours, 30 days a month, and 25 cents per kilowatt hour, you're gonna essentially save about 18 cents per month of doing this plugging and unplugging. And if you look at how much grief it causes you, right? You gotta push it in and pull it back out, and then maybe you push a button to turn it on and off. The total amount of time that you're gonna spend plugging and unplugging this, let's say it costs you a couple seconds each time you unplug it, right? You do it 180 times a month, 3 times a day, right? This is essentially going to save you $1 or 2 per hour. Now, do you want to get paid $1 or 2 per hour to plug and unplug the microwave all day long? Let's say you just can do this infinitely, right? I'm gonna give you $1 and you need to plug and unplug the microwave. You gotta do it 1 time every 5 seconds. You just keep on doing it, right? This is not gonna be worth it. So my idea here is, if you are a penny pincher and you're trying to get into the mindset of being a higher performer, well, list out all those things that you're penny pinching and take out those things that saves you the least. Just try a few of them, just don't do it, right? You're gonna realize, oh, it's only gonna cost me a few dollars a month, and then you can spend that extra time towards your most lucrative endeavor, and then you do this for an entire year, see how much you earned the last year versus the next year. You know, just kind of do a very small test. It's not going to cost you that much in terms of savings, right? If it's $5 a month of this aggregate of all these penny pinching ways, well, you're going to essentially not save $60 for an entire year. You know, big deal, right? But I assert that if you do this, you're going to make way more than $60 to offset all this stuff that you are trying to save, and you spend all this time in whatever that you do that you're good at your career or whatnot. If you take a look at this at a more extreme case, you have entrepreneurs that aggressively manages their time. They are very, very picky about how they spend their time, where some people would not return an item because it costs them too much time. If you think about returning, let's say an Amazon item, anything, let's say less than $100, how much time does it cost you? You have to go on Amazon, say, okay, I'm gonna return this, right? You gotta print out some label. Maybe you don't have to print out a label, you can just scan a code, but you still have to go to the store, UPS store, to return it, right? It might cost you like 20 minutes. Sometimes not returning the item, it's more worth it to certain individuals that are very high performing if your per hourly wage is really high. But this can also work in terms of how you project yourself to become. If you think you're worth $100 an hour, $300 an hour, $1,000 an hour, then if you want to become someone like that, you certainly can't waste your time on anything less. I certainly hope you guys think about this, and this probably doesn't apply to too many people because when I upload those penny pinching videos, it's usually not that popular. So I personally am gonna like kind of wean off these type of videos, mainly because it doesn't do the audience any good in order to penny pinch. For those of you that are penny pinchers, I hope that you can kind of step back a bit and think of this as a life optimization problem. How do you spend your time so that you make the most money? You certainly do not optimize it by spending your time on things that make you the least. You want to spend all your time on something that makes you the most. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more.